Sanbanan, welcome to my page. And if you're following me from YouTube, welcome to my channel. Last week I talked about 3 behaviors that can derail your career and prevent you from moving into the next level. And I did promise that I was going to cover the next 3 behaviors, which is going to form part B. My name is Sethembile Shiba, and I wear different hats. I'm an HR strategist. I'm a talent management strategist. I'm also a career coach. So last week we covered that manager that prefers being right over being effective, and we said that is very career limiting because senior leadership can experience you as being a hard person to work with. We also talked about the over-functioning manager, the one that prefers to do everything on their own and they don't empower their team. They can't delegate, or they don't trust their team members enough to delegate tasks, and they end up just being bogged down in the day-to-day and forget to look at the strategic direction of the organization. And the third behavior was the subject matter expert cage. So this person is in a cage. He's good at what they do technically, but they fail to have a big picture view of where the organization is headed. So they looking at this from their perspective, from their technical point of view, and refuse to, well, not refuse, but unable to have a holistic view of the organization. Hey, are you aware of how AI is going to disrupt your career or your industry? Please join me for my masterclass, which I'm going to have on the 4th of July at 10 a.m. to 11:30. We will discuss how AI has already disrupted other industries. We know that globally, about 900,000 people have already lost their jobs since 2020. And this is no longer a reality that is far-fetched. It's something that is already happening. If your organization has not already started planning of how to leverage on AI, they are going to start very soon. But where does that leave you? I just want to invite you to start planning. We've talked about this the past few weeks, but today, get the skills, get the knowledge of how to actively reposition yourself for success. It's going to be an interactive masterclass. You're going to get the slides afterwards. You're going to get a workbook that will help you to, devise a plan, a concrete plan, and not just leave inspired. Yes, you will be inspired. And also you'll get a pivot guide, because others are in different, we are all at different phases in our career journeys. Others will completely need to change their industry. Others will just need to consolidate the skills that they have and then reposition themselves. And for others, it will be something else. So I look forward to having you in my class. Please scan the QR code to register, and then you will follow the steps, get an email, and then be ready. Thank you very much. So the fourth behavior that I'm going to talk about is inconsistency. So this manager is one that just says yes to everything, whether because they are under pressure or they are excited or out of fear. They will get into a meeting, and when the pressure mounts up, they will agree to impossible deadlines or unrealistic deadlines. They will know for sure that their team has no capacity, but because of whatever reason, because maybe they are people pleasing, or they are scared to just say no or negotiate deadlines, negotiate the workload, they will then agree. And unfortunately, they then fail to deliver on those deliverables. So really, trust is not built on one big item. Trust is built on the little task, on what you said. If you said you're going to do this, you have to make sure that you do it, you deliver. And if you don't, then that erodes trust, and you find that senior leadership, they will view you as somebody that's inconsistent. So it's the best way to approach this. It's just always to, negotiate deadlines. You can just say, thank you very much, we'll look into it. Let me get to my supervisor or my manager, and let's discuss. I have other deadlines that I need to negotiate, and then make sure that I deliver on this. Or, I'll get back to you later. But just make sure that whatever you promise to deliver, you deliver. Or sometimes it's even about, like, you even sure that your team has no capacity. So you can just say that, I'll check if we have capacity as a team, and then I'll come back to you on that. So that really helps you to have integrity, and you become a man or a woman of your word. The fifth behavior is the one-style leader. This is a major blind spot for a lot of leaders or managers, because you tend to have a preference in terms of your leadership style, but really in order for you to be effective, especially at middle manager level and aspiring to move into senior leadership or other positions, what is key is your ability to manage different stakeholders. You need to know which leadership style, which leader prefers which leadership style, and you need to adjust immediately. So you will find, we know different leadership styles. There's the autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire, situational leadership, and charismatic. So your different leaders and different stakeholders have different leadership style. And that means that you need to know your stakeholders and be able to adjust each time you are interacting with them or each time you are working with them, as well as the kind of leader that you are as well. You are leading a team, and different team members require different leadership styles, and different circumstances will require a different leadership style out of you. There are circumstances where it can be democratic, participative. You can involve your team in making a decisions. There are times where you have to make the decisions and you almost look like you're autocratic. There are times where you have to be the charismatic leader. So the ability to function in these different circumstances and still become an effective leader, as well as, different leaders, like especially your manager. I think in the other videos I did cover that. Make sure that you manage that relationship, your manager or your director. Make sure that you manage that relationship very well, because it is critical for you. Those are the people that are going to advocate for you to move into the next level, and you need to make sure that you convince them on a daily basis that you are ready. You have to display the leadership styles, leadership traits needed for the next level in your day-to-day. Of course, even in the way the different leaders work, their style of working, you have to adapt to that. Like one leader will be, an email is sufficient. Another leader, you need a phone call and an email. Another leader, a conversation is key before you send the email. So unfortunately, yes, it can bring a lot of work on you, but those are some of the dynamics that you need to be dealing with every day, negotiating, demonstrating that you have the capacity to move into the next level. And the sixth behavior is the failure to have the hard conversations. Hard conversations are part of management. I know many times we aspire to grow and want to be part of leadership and management teams, but one of the key things that you need to master very, very quickly is the ability to have hard conversations. In my career, I've experienced this. I think being in HR, you find managers, supervisors, leaders avoiding difficult conversations, whether it's a performance discussion or whatever discussion that's needed to be had, and they avoid it, and they actually prefer to go all the way via like HR, can you please come and intervene? And most of the time we are sitting and thinking, yeah, I have many stories. I have lots of stories, but it is very frustrating for us as HR, because this is one of the like basic skills that a manager should have. I know that it takes a lot and it is a difficult conversation, but have the courage, start the conversation. Actually, you're doing disservice even to your team members if you don't give them feedback, if you don't have that conversation, because this person had an opportunity to grow and improve, but if they don't know what they're doing wrong, or they keep on doing this wrong thing, but you don't give them feedback and you keep on like being frustrated, then you are going to, really, as I said, management 101 is the ability to plan, control, lead, organize. Control is a management function. So if you're letting things slip by and you don't control and you fail to demonstrate that you have the ability to control, then there's definitely no little possibility of you being promoted, of leadership having confidence in you to say that you are going to be able to handle the next level. Because believe me, the conversations in the next level are harder. So you might as well do it today, start practicing. And it's a skill. So if you do it all the time, it gets better, you get better. So because at senior leadership, the conversations now have to do with the board, stakeholders, shareholders, and it just gets more complex and more tougher. So you're doing yourself disservice if you are always looking for somebody to come and have the conversation on your behalf. So basically, those are the behaviors and blind spots. Believe me, the list is long, the list is endless. I just chose the sixth in order for me to just bring awareness on this topic, because we are individuals, we have got different strengths, but also we've got blind spots. So this is the end of our video for this week. I just want to encourage comments below. Have you experienced this? Was it at some point? Is it something that you had to deal with at some point? Did you grow out of that habit? How did you grow out of it? Just share with other individuals. We all want to grow. Like I said, this year we are winning. We want to grow our careers. So do share this video to others who may want to grow. Also who may want to be aware of such behaviors. And that is why we have career coaching, because then you can have somebody that you're accountable to that will help you through these behaviors. It's a blind spot, but it can be improved. Sometimes it's just a matter of you getting feedback, really, and then you start putting into place measures to address these gaps. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Do join us for the masterclass, which I'm going to have on the 4th of July, Future Proofing Your Career. I told you this year we are winning. Thank you for your time.